Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you might subscribe so that you make sure you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. It's lovely to see you again. Today's video is a replay of Feel Good Friday, which took place on the 30th of June. And in this video, it's another wonderful interview with a recent client of mine, Heather Angell, who is a wedding planner and coach. And in the video we have lots of fun. I ask Heather all about her story, some of her challenges and her achievements. So if that's the kind of video you're interested in, then do please keep watching. Hey everyone, it's Cindy and it's Feel Good Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be interviewing another one of my lovely clients, Heather Angell. She is an angel, she's absolutely brilliant, and she's going to be sharing some of her story, her challenges and achievements. So I'm going to bring her up in just a second, but in case you don't know me, my name is Cindy Davis. I'm the Feel Good Coach, and people come to me when they know what they should be doing, but they just keep not doing it and self-sabotaging, and they're not getting the progress they want to get. So I help them to shift whatever's causing them to self-sabotage, and then they can move forward and get what they want a lot quicker. So that's what I do. My superpower is getting to the root cause of what's going on and really getting rid of it as quickly and easy as possible, because I'm all about easy and I'm all about fun and I'm all about speed. So that's what I like. So let's bring Heather on and have a quick chat. There we are.
Hi.
There she is.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm really good, thanks really, I'm fine.
Oh, brilliant. So would you like to just introduce yourself and share a little bit about your business so that everyone can get to know you better?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Heather Angell, and back in February 2015 I left 10 years of working in the financial sector to set up my wedding planning business, which is your Planning Angel weddings and events. And I set that up, and I work primarily with couples based in London or from the US who want to have a real exquisite wedding in a country location. So I work a lot around the home counties, Cotswolds and things like that, which is amazing. And then in October 2016 I set up my coaching business, where I work with wedding industry professionals to help them turn their passion into profit, because we're a lovely lot but sometimes not that great at managing the business side of things. That's me.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, Heather. So let's move on to the questions. I've got lots of questions for you and I'm really looking forward to hearing your answers. So first of all, what was it that prompted you to start working with a life coach? Because it's a big decision, so what was the reason for it?
Yeah, so this is really interesting, because I did not know what I needed was a coach, life coach, business coach, or anything like that. I just knew that I was massively struggling. I wasn't feeling, and I can now look back and realize I wasn't feeling like me. I wasn't feeling comfortable in my own skin. The business wasn't working. You know, I set it up and I put absolutely everything into it, financially and emotionally, and it wasn't working. I couldn't work out for the life for me why. I was working so hard and nothing seemed to be clicking, and I'd go to these networking events and people would ask, how's your business? And I thought, oh God, please don't ask me how many bookings I've got, because I don't have any. And please don't ask me any specific questions, because I just felt like an absolute fraud. So it got to the point where I was like, I need something. I was going to every webinar. I was, everything on Facebook that came up about like, get a 6-figure income in only 6 months and use this magic, marketing tool. And I was like, oh, maybe that's what I need. So in all honesty, I didn't know what I needed until I met you. And it was just one of those child's encounters at a networking event, for those that don't know how we met. And when you described what you did, I was like, hang on, that sounds maybe what I should have been looking for, not a marketing tool or anything else. I need a coach. I need a life coach, because it was me that needed the work. Something was not clicking. I didn't feel comfortable in doing what I was doing, even though I was good at wedding planning. The business just wasn't working. So yeah, it was just that child's encounter with you, and I was like, maybe that's what I need.
Brilliant. And I love it. Yeah, thanks for mentioning how we met, because networking is a brilliant way of meeting wonderful people who can help your business, or you can help them. So it's one of my favorite ways of getting my business known. And how are you with that? Do you enjoy networking as well?
Oh, yeah. I love networking. I think it's so important. I think in the beginning it's really hard because when you're first starting out, again, like you said, you might not be very comfortable in what you're doing, and there's all these people who are like super successful in your mind, and you're like, oh, am I in the right place? But yeah, networking is great. I've met some amazing people through networking, and I'm still in contact with them now. It's awesome.
Brilliant. Sorry, little extra question there. Let's just take a second to say good morning to Tina and Karen, who've both joined us this morning. Karen Wood, who we both know. And so morning guys, lovely to see you here on the video. I'm just going to shift over. So first of all, it's not going to work. Right, okay. So, am I in? I'm in. My webcam, guys, is having a bit of a hissy fit this morning. It's decided to zoom right in on me, so you've got me full, in the screen, full size, and somehow it keeps following my face around, and if I move backwards, it zooms in. So apologies that I'm so big on the screen. It's not how I normally do it. Anyway, technology, we're getting there. Don't worry about it. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. There are loads and loads of coaches around, and of course you said you didn't really know you needed coaching, but how did you decide to work with me and not someone else? What were you looking for when you knew that you needed some help?
Yeah, so I had met, because I was going to loads of networking events, and I had met a lot of business coaches, and they were all perfectly pleasant. But for me, being in the wedding industry, it's a very creative, very fluid industry, and my perception was that they were very corporate. I can't really think of another description, really. They were very much, I felt like they would put me through a system to get me to success, and I was like, yeah, and that doesn't really feel like it's going to work for me. If I was another industry, maybe, but in the wedding industry, I was like, I don't really feel like you get me. And when we met, you're just so lovely anyway, but you were just sort of very natural. You were wearing bright colours, goodness, how many of these events do you go to and everyone's wearing black and in suits, and I was like, oh, I'm the only person in pink, and then you were there all nicely brightly coloured, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And the interesting thing is, when we first had that connection at the networking event, in my head I was thinking, oh, it'd be amazing, but I've got no money. So I kind of just thought, oh, well, I'll have a chat with you and that would be nice, and maybe I'll learn something, but I can't hire you because I have no money, because I wasn't earning anything. And then when we had our discovery call, that's when everything changed, in all honesty. I took, more than happy to share that, Cindy emailed me and said, would you like a discovery call? And I was like, yeah, all right, yeah, we'll have it, let's see what happens. And by the end of a grand total of about 45 minutes, I was like, okay, where do I sign? I don't care. This is definitely what I need, because you just understood and realised what it was that was going on. It's like you went into my head and went, there's the issue. And I was like, oh my God, how did I not realise that myself? So that was a turning point for me, where, a lot of other coaches I met just seemed to be, like I said, perfectly pleasant, but they had a certain structure, and I was like, I need someone who's going to get me and my business and help me be the best me I can be. And then, but like I said, by the end of our discovery call, I was like, yeah, don't care, let me find a credit card, I'm hiring you. I don't charge whatever you like, just let me sign here.
Music to my ears. And that's, the thing is as well, I wouldn't offer you coaching if I didn't think I could genuinely help you. So, we're both about sort of honesty and integrity, aren't we? It's a really important thing to us. So, and sort of authenticity, all those good words.
Exactly. And then this is the thing. I think there's so much out there that's promising the world and not necessarily delivering. And when I met you, it was very much, you were about, right, let me coach you and your situation and help you be the best you that you can be, and then your business will follow. And I was like, oh, this is so refreshing, and this is so what I need. So, yeah, you're awesome. I tell everyone.
This is lovely. I'll just do this every week. I'll just get people on. I'm awesome.
Exactly.
Fabulous, thank you for that. Okay, so I just want to say hello to Emma Wilkinson, who's just joined us as well. She's saying good morning to both of us. So hi, Emma. Let's go on to the next question. So what has been the biggest change that you've noticed in your business since you worked with me?
So the interesting thing is the biggest change in my business has been me. I am my business, so I've outsourced a lot of things, so I have a lot of fabulous people that help me with the business now, but I am my business with both of them. And my wedding business has just like gone from there to way up here, which is amazing, and my coaching business is certainly going in the same path, and it's because I am being me, and I have learned how to do that had I not worked with you. Because I needed to have that time to work with you to kind of get myself sorted, so that I then had clarity to be able to go, right, what do I want from this business? Why am I trying to be someone else? Why am I trying to emulate what everyone else is doing? And learn to kind of shut off the noise and go, right, this is me, this is my business, and this is how I'm going to run it. And this is how I, all those great words again, like integrity and being authentic, I was like, yeah, this feels good now. And magically, as if out of nowhere, as soon as I started doing that, the business started pouring in. And I was like, that's what I needed to do. I just needed to be myself.
Yeah, and it's brilliant that, as a result of, some of our conversations, that you decided to become a coach and help other people.
Yeah.
And particularly, you're going to be focusing on the wedding industry, people working in the wedding industry, but you've got lots of people that you're helping already, which I think is amazing. And it's that ripple effect of, this is what I love, because I help one person and it impacts on so many other people. So this is just amazing. And we could talk a little bit later about your lovely group, Coffee with Heather, and we'll be promoting that. We'll be putting a link in the description later. But I'm loving what you're doing with that group. I love the challenges. I don't take part. I know, I just scroll past and go, oh, that's brilliant. But one day I might join in even. But I think it's brilliant what you're doing, and it's amazing that you're passing on, your knowledge and experience with other people as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on. How has working with me, or with having life coaching, how has that impacted on that, what I know is the most important area of your life, your family? How has that impacted on?
Oh my God, huge. This is the biggest impact, because I think, I can't remember the exact words my husband used, but he basically said, he's like, you're now just like a really turboed, better version of you. And I'm like, I know, it's so cool. He's like, it's just, I think, honestly, I mean, I'm an open book. I don't mind anyone asking me anything, and I'm more than happy to say that before I started working with you, for pretty much all my life, someone say boo to me, I would probably cry. Like, if anyone slightly criticised anything I would do, I would feel dreadful. I'm like, oh my god, what have I done? But, I was always out to please and just keep the calm and keep the status quo and be super nice to everyone, and then everything will just be fine. And honestly, now you have helped me like get my own voice, and I'm not pandering to everyone anymore. If I want to do something, I do it. I'm just, I'm still very nice to people. If just stupid little things like being with, I needed time away from the kids and away from the business. Sometimes I just wanted to have a bath and a book and no one talk to me, and I'd feel guilty about that. I'd feel so guilty about that before I started working with you. I was like, well, I can't possibly do that. I should wash up, or I should do some cleaning, or I should, and now I'm just like, nah, I'm going to go for a run, or I'm going to have a bath, or I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to. And the crazy thing is, I would have thought before working with you that I'm like, well, that's just a recipe for disaster. I'm going to be divorced if I keep this up. But it's not. It's worked the other way. So now, my husband and I have, like such a better dialogue that if he wants to do something, he's like, I'm going to go for a run, or we love to run and we love to exercise and stuff. He'll be like, I'm going to go and do this, and I'm like, yeah, cool. And I'll do the same. And it's more of an equal thing. And the kids, I have proper time with my children now, rather than trying to fit them in around everything else and trying to do 10 different things at once. I have now learnt to separate the time, and I have quality time with my family rather than just happening to be in the room whilst on my phone or laptop, which is really nice.
It's absolutely brilliant that you're doing that, and I mean the benefit, you know, is you couldn't even calculate it.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the thing is, I worked with you, I think it was about 6 months, but the things you've taught me have literally embedded. I mean, I'm all for, I love all the woo-woo. I have my angel cards. I love reading my self-help books. And the thing is, it's, you gave me the skills to kind of learn, and I'm now far more intuitive about taking stock. And actually, if something's feeling a little bit off, I kind of have that ability now to step back and go, right, hang on, what's happening? Why is this not feeling right? And working through it. So yes, we may have worked together for 6 months, but literally you've transformed the way I live for the better. The screen went funny then.
Oh, we're all back. Hopefully that was just a minor blip. So guys, Tina, Emma and Karen that you're watching, can you just comment below if you can identify with any of what Heather's saying? Because I think it's a common theme with a lot of women in business and mums, that we don't value our own time and what we want to do enough, and we spend so much time focusing on helping everybody else or building our business, and we don't spend the time doing the things that fulfill us alongside our business. So you do feel free to comment below if you can identify with any of this, because Heather's story is amazing. So let's go on to the next question. A little agenda here. I love this system. It's so brilliant, isn't it?
It's awesome. It's really cool.
Okay, so so Emma's saying, yeah, absolutely. She's so like you used to be, Heather. So that's brilliant. I can probably show that. Let's see if it's going to work today. Look at that! I can put it on the screen.
God, I love it.
I love things like this. They make me so happy. So yeah, a lot of people can identify with your story, Heather, and it's really important for us to share this kind of stuff, because it's easy to think that everyone is doing brilliantly, and because we see what's going on their social media, and we don't realise what's going on under the surface for people.
Yeah. Definitely, and something I always say to anyone who listens, social media, just like stop comparing. It's so much smoke and mirrors out there, and you kind of think, oh, everyone's got it sorted, and I'm like, they so haven't. You think they have, they so haven't.
It's an edited version. I mean, I'm pretty honest on my social media, but even that, I don't put everything on there. Like, nobody wants to see all of that stuff, but it's
no one's
good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to see when the toothpaste all down my t-shirt and stuff. You don't want to know that. So Emma's also saying that she'd love to find ways of being more present with her children and build a business. And so, it's really important, isn't it? Because we only have this time with our children once, and we need to kind of make the most of it. And also, let me just hide that. Karen has commented as well. Thanks, Karen. I can really identify with everything you're saying, so that's brilliant. Thanks, Karen. I'm glad this is hitting home, because Heather's brilliant, and it's great to have a conversation. We love chatting anyway, don't we?
Absolutely, anytime.
But we could talk all day, but it's great to have a conversation that's that's ringing true for people, because it means that it might help in some way, and that's what we're all about. Brilliant. So let's hide that. And Emma says, OMG, that's fantastic, which is lovely. So let's go on to the next question then, Heather. What surprised you most about working with me?
Okay. So I think the biggest surprise, and sorry, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but the biggest surprise is I hired you because you just amazed me in the discovery call. But it was primarily, my focus was, right, I need to get my business in order. So that's what you're going to help me with. But actually, so many of our calls were, you were so intuitive, we'd have a call and we're like, oh, so, how's your email marketing going or whatever. And then you'd be like, so what's going on then? And all of a sudden we go off on a tangent and do EFT. And I was like, oh, that's definitely what I needed right now. That was, it would be, you never knew quite what was happening in a session, because it would all be dependent upon what had happened that week or, that month. So I think the biggest surprise is actually how wide reaching the coaching was. It wasn't just I went in to go, yes, okay, you can fix me and then I can fix my business. But actually it was all very much, it was quite a holistic approach, and everything merged together, and once one thing got sorted, everything else kind of flowed in as well. So yeah, it wasn't what I expected. I don't really know what I expected. I was just like, yeah, my gut was like, yeah, this is what I need. Yeah, it was really surprising how much it was more focused on me. And we did some business stuff, absolutely. It really helped me with so many business bits. But it was definitely more getting me back to being me. That was the surprise.
And that's what I love about it too, because I never know what's going to happen either.
Yeah, and actually, the finding, like I said, I love books, and I'm just reading the Gay Hendricks Big Leap book at the moment, and and it made me think back to our time working together, that actually you were the one initially that brought out the fact, like, maybe you should be doing coaching. You really like doing this. You seem like it would be a really good flow, and it definitely is. Like, that seems to be more. Like, I just feel very natural in both my businesses now. It's more of a flow, and I think that's what you've helped me with. I was still in a corporate mindset where I had to be a certain thing and fit in a certain way, and your coaching helped me kind of just release all that nonsense and just be me. So I think that was really surprising thing.
Yeah, fabulous. Wonderful. And I love surprises. So you kind of already answered the question, how come you didn't work with a business coach? Is there anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I think what the coaching sphere it's so broad. Like, there's so many different coaches out there, and don't get me wrong, the coaches that I was meeting that weren't right for me may well have been awesome for other people. People who maybe have got slightly larger businesses with employees would have probably really benefited from going, right, put your business into this model and follow these steps, and you will have a structure. And I'm all for structure, that's fine. But I think business coaches, when I introduced myself as a wedding planner, the amount of times the look on their face was like, is that a thing? Like, what? Because it's not quite a usual thing you meet or a networking group. So quite often I get the impression they're like, yeah, I have no idea what your business is or what your business model looks like. So for me, a specific business coach that wasn't niched down into my industry it just wasn't going to work particularly. Well, I say unfortunately, but if I'd hired them, I wouldn't have found you probably. So it's all good.
It all worked out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. Okay, so what's been the most fun? Because we deal with a lot of stuff, as you said, we'll go off on a tangent and we'll have to, something will come up and we'll have to deal with it with tapping or embraining or something. But what's been the most fun part of all of that?
Fun and ridiculous, I'm not quite sure how I remember this, but for those that don't know, I had a bit of a disaster with a web developer back in the beginning of the business, and I was not a happy bunny. And Cindy, you totally picked up on that, and you were like, do you know what, scrap everything, we're gonna tap on this. And we tapped for a good 45 minutes, and then I'm sure it was that session you then got me standing up punching an imaginary box on the floor. And I remember at the time I was like, what am I doing? But at the end of it I was like, I feel amazing, it totally worked. And I was just like, only Cindy would get me standing up punching an invisible box on the floor. Whatever is she going to get me to do next week? But it was the most, that whole situation was absolutely eating me up inside, and by the end of that session I was just like, yeah, I really couldn't care less, whatever, it's done. I was just like, it's fine. So in the space of just over an hour, I just solved something that had been bugging me for months. I was like, yeah, fine, I'll punch an imaginary box, it's totally cool, that's okay.
I don't even know where that came from.
It was some kind of it was a visualization thing. So I think I tapped on it and I'd put a load of stuff in this box. And then you were like, punch it! And I was like, okay.
Sometimes I do worry about myself.
It was totally random, but it was so funny because when you just laugh, you're like, what am I? If anyone walked into my office now, they'd be like, what is she doing?
I have moments like that all the time.
But it works, so it's fine for me, it worked.
I'm a strong believer in whatever works. That's we just go with the flow. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this conversation. So we're getting towards the end. What would you say to anyone? Oh, actually, Nita, who's on the call. I don't know what to say. Who's watching? Hi, Nita. Has just posted a comment saying "brilliant and powerful," which I love, and it really was powerful, wasn't it?
Yeah, really, really was.
Simple. I like simplicity as well. I don't like anything complicated. Brilliant. Thanks, Nita. Okay, so what would you say to anyone who was thinking about getting a life coach but they weren't really sure if it was right for them?
I think with anything, if you're considering it, just explore it. The biggest thing I would say is don't let money hold you back, because I could have very easily gone, sorry Cindy, I can't afford you, and I would have absolutely closed my business. I would have folded by now, because I couldn't have continued the way I was. So yes, I borrowed money to hire you, but that was the best business decision I made, best life decision I made. So I think if you're thinking of hiring a life coach, remove any preconceptions you have. If someone said to me about a life, because to me, I wasn't hiring a life coach, I was hiring Cindy, this amazing woman who's going to sort everything out for me. So, but I think life coach, sometimes you might think, oh, it's only for celebrities, or certainly my impression might be that you'd hire a life coach if you'd gone through something in your life, maybe a divorce, something where you were just like, all right, I'm totally in limbo now, I need someone to help me get back on track. But actually, a life coach is just so invaluable, because you are holding on to so much baggage, we all are, without even realizing it. There's so much trash going on in our heads, and self-limiting beliefs and all that jazz. It's invaluable. It's so useful to have someone help you with, actually just getting your life on track, especially if you're a business owner and your business is going okay, but you're not feeling it. Like I always say, if your gut's telling you or your heart's telling you that something's off, money's coming in, everything's fabulous, but something's off, that's when you need a life coach, because they will help. You would help them find out what is deep rooted, and find out what's going on to actually get them working in integrity and get them working on the path that they should be following. It's invaluable.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for that.
I'll just be your PR person. I'll add that to my.
That's fine, you carry on, that would be brilliant. Is there anything else you want to add? Do you want to talk a little bit about Coffee with Heather before we end the video, because we've gone on a little bit longer than planned, so that's my fault.
Yeah, sure, super quickly. Coffee with Heather is a completely free group that I run for anybody in any industry. I give free training advice. It's a really, really lovely group, actually. We're very, very supportive. I don't just add anybody, which is really irritating. We just get added to groups without being asked. So everyone who's there wants to be there. And really, it's just about empowering people, men and women, to do what they love, and follow their heart and build their business up from a place of integrity and being authentic, and just loving what they do. And just, we're just a really supportive group. We're there if things go wrong and for the good times as well. So yeah, everyone, more than welcome to join.
Yeah, it's lovely energy in your group too. It's a really nice place to hang out.
Thank you very much.
Well, Heather, it just reminds me to thank you so much for coming on and sharing all this amazing stuff, because it's really going to help people, even if they decide not to contact me, even if it's helped open people's eyes to what is possible with that little bit of extra help and accountability. We know that that's key. It's brilliant. And also, sharing your story and helping other people to understand they're not alone, that always helps too. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I look forward to speaking to you really soon. I will just flip the screen back to me to do the outro, and feel free to hang around or pop off, whatever you like to do.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Where am I? Click on that one. Yay! So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've really enjoyed our little conversation, and I will be sharing Heather's link down below on the description or above, wherever it ends up in Facebook. I'm completely confused. And I'll make sure that I put that in there later today so that you can access the group really easily. But if you just search for Coffee with Heather, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find it. And next week, I don't have a plan for what we're going to cover next week, so I'm going to do a poll in the page, and if you want to have some input into what we're going to cover next time, then just look out for the poll and have a vote for what you want to cover. And thank you again for bringing your energy to this wonderful conversation. It's been amazing. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do please share with anyone you think it will help, who will benefit from it, and I will speak to you next week on Feel Good Friday. Have a fab week. Bye. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed filming it with Heather. It was so much fun. Next week's video, as you'll have seen, the topic hasn't been decided yet, but if you want to find out what it is, then head over to my page, take part in the poll if you want to, and join me for Feel Good Friday on the 7th of July at 9:30 AM, or you can just hang around here, subscribe to my channel, and I will share it here for your convenience. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will speak to you in the next video.